Cancer, welcome. It's Erin Scott here, and we are going to be tapping in, doing another art channeling for you for this new moon cycle. This is for the Aquarius new moon partial solar eclipse cycle. I'm recording this the day after. This is Friday the 16th. It is the official start of the Spring Festival in China for the year of the Earth Dog. So indeed, new cycles are abounding, right? So with regards to the Aquarius new moon cycle, it's a juicy one. There were lots of aspects happening to strengthen the intensity, which is not surprising given the exponential, let's say, intensity or depth dive that we've been going through over the last several years astrologically. So what we're doing here, what I am doing here, is I am tapping into the very natural evolutionary cycle for Cancer. Okay? This is just nature. Nature evolves. The egoic construct of Cancer evolves, just like all the signs do. So there's a particular kind of thread of reality that you're here to grow and evolve, right? So that's what we're tapping into. It's a very natural cycle. It's interesting how many people don't fully understand that. So let's take a look. As I said last month, when I do these art channelings, I just let it come. So let's see what wants to come for you. So Cancer, what I'm going to do, I'll be talking through it, but I'm going to just tune in first. And then I'll talk when something's coming, and then we'll talk about the imagery. I also have a card pull at the end, so we're going to get some guidance for you after we pick up the narrative. So we can see right off the bat there's a snake coming. Snakes are definitely not to be feared. They're very powerful. Designates Kundalini energy, which is your spiritual nested energy force that you hold, and naturally. And it is definitely not to be feared. It's very exciting. So let's see. And he's looking right at you. He's looking right at you, dear ones. So let's see. Oh, he's so handsome too, isn't he? For any of you afraid of snakes, by the way, I invite you to really do some work around that. Do some work around it. Animals are definitely not to be feared. Any animal. They all carry individual archetypes of strength, power, quality sets that are highly valid, useful, beautiful. Beautiful, wow, okay. So Snake wanted to come. What else wants to come for you? Definitely want some yellow coming in here too. Fascinating, Cancer, the difference between the drawings last month and this month. And I know I've already had images of other art streams that are going to be coming through. So, yeah, it's fascinating. I was telling some of the other signs that I'd gone pick up a couple more colors for this month. But there'll be some other types of scopes coming through, and you'll see them when they come. But I'm excited. Definitely when spring comes, there's going to be some goodies coming through. Okay, beauties. And I'll explain a little bit. We'll talk definitely about the symbols. So grab a cup of tea if you'd like. We're going to talk about the symbols, also talk maybe a little bit about the process too that happens here. It's fun when it goes fast. I mean, it doesn't always. Sometimes it's slow, and that's beautiful too, actually. I love the slow as well, but it's kind of fun when it goes faster because it just takes me, really. Okay. So Cancer, I hope that you're doing okay now. It's been a little bit intense for some folks during this portal. Certainly it's been intense for me, but for clients and different people that I know, it's definitely an intense time frame of defined shift. So let the shift happen. The vibrations of the planet have been changing dramatically in recent years, and they will continue to do so. We must become allowing and malleable. We have to be okay with not knowing, or we have to be okay with being firm and grounded in our reality when the reality of the world itself is shifting and not firm. Terra firma is no more for a while for the world. So, what do we have, Cancer? It's interesting because I don't know if there's any more to come. Let's see. Let me just tap in here for a little bit. Actually. And I have zero idea what this is yet. So we'll see what happens with the interpretation. And as I just told Gemini, you want to trust your interpretations of what's coming because your psyche, your soul, knows. So you're going to have some resonances here, and you are to trust your own interpretations because that's for you specific versus a generalized picture of the energies. So okay. So Cancer, let's start with the snake. The other stuff, actually, I'm not sure. We'll see what it is, because it will arise. The snake was the first one. And, well, the squiggle was the first one, actually. So it's almost like there's something horizontally curved and arced. There's almost like let's say a basket, a multifunctional basket holding different eggs, yellow eggs. This is energy, vital. It's interesting because the yellow was definitely a color that I wanted to pick up at the art store, but I didn't know it until I got there and saw it. But this wanted to come for sure. And all of the signs, essentially everybody this month has gotten some form of yellow. But I think you might be the only gold egg sign. So the thing with yellow is it is associated with the third chakra, which is the will. It's our emanation. It's our persona. It's our power. And the interesting thing is there's 3 egg shapes, ovals, and then there's this inverted triangle here. But all being held in this initial, let's say, foundation over the course of this month. Again, this is this mid-February to mid-March Aquarius new moon cycle of your natural evolutionary growth. There's something holding, although it might feel fluctuating, there's something in your life that is holding new births, new ideas. And 3 of them are alike and 1 of them is not. So there's something about either, for those of you with children, perhaps you have 3 children, and perhaps there's something else, some creative project or some sort of something else that you're birthing. For those of you without children, this could be 3 of one sort of a project, one sort of goal that you have. Because these could easily represent Cancer goals that you have for your life now. A lot of you have gone through transition. And so it could be that you're birthing new ideas about yourself. This is the will, third chakra identity. You could desire for yourself new ways of identifying yourself, new ways of being. And it's interesting because this one's a little unusual. So there could be 3 that are maybe you want to reassess or recalibrate or get back into place aspects of yourself that you've lost recently. And then maybe you have new ideas for yourself as well, which would be appropriate and applicable. So there's new aspects of your ego that you're birthing, okay? And it might feel a little fluid and not quite grounded and you're not quite clear yet, but you know what? It's happening. The seeds are there. This month, the seeds are there. And they're held into place, albeit in a reality that doesn't quite seem firm, but they're there. What came next was the snake. And we'll talk about this line through here because this almost looks like that kind of a pharmaceutical, that ancient kind of pharmaceutical insignia, symbol, which is interesting. This could be health-related matters. There could be a transformation, though. So the thing with snake is this is talking about Kundalini energy, which is a core vital power that you have, that you house at the base of your spine, but it's your natural energy force. It's your spiritual awakening as well. When you let it rise, when you let it spiral up your spinal column, which this could easily represent for a lot of you, when you let it come up and out, you better believe your eyes open in a new way. You see reality differently. The interesting thing is this snake is actually coming down and it's looking what I think is at you. So you're being confronted. A lot of you are feeling, perhaps during this particular cycle of growth, confronted with a deeper reality of your own inner demons. There are no such thing, by the way. Your own inner spiritual realities. Let me just look at this for a minute. Snake is ultimately about transformation. Snake represents deep intuition, deep knowing, deep wisdom. There's a secretive nature to snake. And what I see here is there might be some deep, dark secrets within the self that are called to be transformed over the course of this month. That you have these seeds of the new self that want to emerge, but you have to go deep. See, snake is going down. You're needing to go down inside to see the darkness that you perceive as darkness, that you judge as darkness. It's not darkness. It's all self. Light, dark, it's all the self. So this is about going down into yourself. See yourself clearly. This snake is confronting you, Cancer. See me. See your inner demons. See your inner demons and transform them. Be brave. Be brave. Now, these came, and these are like eruptions, almost like fireworks or something, you know, blooms, rays, fireworks, and it's in this cranberry color, almost like a fuchsia color, you know. Certainly it evokes red, and red is energetic. So there's almost like with this vital energy, if you allow yourself to go down into your depths and see yourself, confront whatever you perceive as scary or dark, within your story, within your narrative, within your soul, within your mind, you better believe there's going to be some juicy excitement coming out. Energy will be released. Actually, that's what I get here, Cancer. Energy that has been stuck in your depths will be naturally released. That's what I'm getting. The interesting thing is at the end we have this kind of green platform at the base, and the interesting thing, I'm very chakra, or I have to tell you, this has not been the case with the other signs. For you, this feels very chakra based for me. And the red, or the cranberry, can evoke survival energies. First chakra. This is third chakra, first chakra, and then the green is the heart. Green is the heart chakra, the fourth chakra. It's opening up to love flowing, love energy flowing, authentic love energy flowing, not superficial shit. This is real. But the thing is, he's resting on the heart. That's what I'm getting here for you. So this isn't like the ground, it's not a mountain. That's not what I'm getting. Although it could be that. It could be that the foundation of this transformation, the head of the snake, this is the mind. This is also giving me your head, your mind, your thoughts, your beliefs, your constructs of reality. When you transform your constructs, because his head is the most defined. When you re-identify the constructs of reality, Cancer, it lays on your heart. Your constructs of darkness lay on your heart. And that is how you interpret love. It is how you love. That's what I'm getting. And this is huge too. And it's almost like this is the foundation. So the seeds of self are up here. You better believe you're wanting to re-identify. You're wanting to create the new self, subconsciously or consciously. But when you go down into the depths, there is energetic release. And you better believe that love, anything that's been blocked, will be opening again naturally. Snake is having you confront issues of love, but it's going to take going deep. It's going to take going deep inside. Wow, Cancer. So I am going to, as I've done in the past with my alchemy scopes, I'm going to go ahead and pull a Carolyn Mace archetype for you to pull the growth edge. Let's see what the prime growth edge is for you over the course of this cycle. And keep in mind, oh look, night. And that does have to do with love, okay? So the growth edge for you is night, Cancer, all right? Now, what wants to be transmutated is the allegiance to a destructive ruler or a principle. Romantic delusions. Romantic delusions. I have to tell you, I just pulled this up for somebody in my sphere, in my particular environment too, and it's appropriate. For you, you're also getting it. So, and there's no accident, because an engagement happened with this individual right before I started filming your reading, and that's how this stuff works. So for you, what wants to be transmutated is an allegiance to a destructive principle. This is about a belief system in the mind that is not natural. It's out of alignment. It's dissonant. What wants to be matured and evolved over the course of this cycle is loyalty, romance, and chivalry, a love of honor. So this is about just love, being in that space and letting it flow. Cancer, it's going to be a beautiful month, I think, for you. For all of us, it's going to be kind of a dynamic month of confrontations and new realities being birthed. But for you, I love this message. So I hope that's helpful for any of you that would be interested in your own artistic channeling, or the coaching work that I do, the catalyzation work, the soul print identification work that I do, the holosynthesis work that I do. You can go to my website, which is thealchemyofholism.com. Much love. Talk to you next month.